Hello, Masters. Thank you for joining. Before I start, let me do a small audio check. I hope you guys are able to hear me. See everyone on mute. Prithvi, Sirisha. Perfect. Thank you. So thank you for joining, friends. Welcome to Swayam, day 19 of Swayam. Thank you to all of the friends and masters who have been traveling with us from day one. And thank you to all the friends who has joined us recently in between the journey. And I hope we are able to take time for ourselves during these sessions. Today, as per the plan, we were supposed to host one of the masters as a guest speaker. And due to some availability issues, we had some change in plans. Nevertheless, I took the opportunity to talk and host the session today. So thank you all. Thank you for taking this time for us, and thank you for taking this time for yourself too. That's the important part. So, and I would like to thank all the partners or all the masters who are helping us to conduct this session. I'm not sure what is the visibility of all of you guys on the partners that we're working with, but we have projects working in India, in US, in UK, and as well as in Australia, covering across the globe to make sure that there is coverage, there is support, there are speakers, and there are volunteers to facilitate for this program. So that's the importance of this program. It's a global aspect that we are meeting on this, making sure that we are all benefiting out of this Swayam instance. So while I see most of the friends and participants are already joining us, why don't we just start with our meditation? And eventually we can get into today's topic and continue with our question and answers. Okay, Sirisha Garu, please help us with the music. Let us all meditate and follow with our session. Thank you very much.
So, Sharath will be guiding us for today's meditation. Naresh?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Sharath, please help us, guide us through the meditation.
No problem. Yeah, let's begin.
Yeah, thank you.
The session. Thank you, Naresh. Let's start. Okay, so we request everybody to sit down quietly. Don't rush yourself. Be very gentle, and then we don't have to rush into meditation. We need to ease into meditation. The steps are very simple. Just to repeat, you can sit on a sofa or on the ground. If you are sitting on a sofa, you should cross your legs, clasp your fingers. If you have specs, remove it. And then sit comfortably, close your eyes, take a moment's time and start observing your breath. That's all. Those are the steps. Now let's begin the meditation. Sit quietly, ease into the meditation. We are not gonna give any opportunity to mind to rebel, so don't force into it. Gently ease into meditation. Make your body comfortable. Relax your body. There should not be any tension whatsoever in the body. Don't entertain any thoughts. Thoughts will come, but ignore. Take next 10 to 12 seconds of time just to ease into meditation. Just ease, do not force. You will observe so many things happening in and around you. There will be sounds, could be people speaking, itches on the body. Everything will come into your awareness. You have not started yet observing your breath, but your awareness, you will observe all the things. Relax as you observe. Now you will notice breathing is happening on its own. Each one at its own pace. Do not alter the breath. Take notice of the breathing. Gather yourself. Bring yourself to that natural breathing. Sincerely. The stream of breathing which is happening. Don't alter it. Observe. Observe inhalation starting on its own. Without your command. Observe. Relax. Let go all other distractions. Everything else will become passive, will become distant. You will be only with the breath. Complete attention to your breath. Do it with ease. Do not expect anything. You are not doing anything. No visualizations. No mantra chatting. Do not give anything else to your mind other than observing your breath. Don't count. Do not analyze. Just be with your breath. Shun everything else. Just observing happening breath. There will be light background music which will assist us to be in this state. It will be in the passive mode. Music may start anytime. No sense of doing, my dear masters. Just observe your breath. No distractions whatsoever. Be it anything, just come back to your breath. Every breath will take you deep into meditation. You are pure consciousness. Keep observing your breath. All attention to your breath, masters. Relax. Go deeper. 3 more minutes, masters. One more minute, masters. Thirty seconds. Ten, nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rub your palms. Keep it on your eyelids. Take a moment's time. Slowly open your eyes to the present moment. Masters, in meditation, your awareness expands. Your awareness is your consciousness. In ordinary state, when you are not meditating, you are with your consciousness, awareness and mind. Both are there. That's why not many things comes into your awareness. It becomes your mind's activity based on that. But when you close your eyes, you shut the major sense, the sight, will begin perceiving the pure consciousness. As we single out our attention to the breath, awareness begins to expand. Everything else other than the object of meditation, which is your breath, will become passive. And if we are very serious, sincere, devoted to this practice, many other things beyond the senses will come into your awareness as per your needs. For that, you have to be very sincere in meditation practice. Your awareness is consciousness. Consciousness expands, thereby awareness expands. Knowing increases, the knowledge comes in, the energy flows, wisdom increases. That's how it helps you progress in spirituality. Knowledge comes. The Jnana Agni Dagdha Karmanam. When the knowledge comes on its own, that is one, the karmas will be burnt out. That's the meaning of it. So keep meditating, friends, every day, without any expectations, without any goal. Just sit for meditation. Thank you so much for meditating with me today. Over to you, Naresh.
Thank you very much, Sharath. Thank you for that beautiful guidance. And I hope all of us, each one of us was able to make use of this time meditating. And thank you. So I want to really take like around 10-15 minutes to talk about a very important topic, right? So all these days we have been practicing about meditation. What are the different aspects that we need to know about to kind of grow spiritually? And we have been more talking about what is that we need to do during meditation and what are the different aspects that we look at. So there is beyond that, right? Spirituality is not just when you are meditating. There is also your way of life. Spirituality can be your way of life too. When we think about thoughts, when we are trying to control our thoughts during meditating, we should also control our thoughts in our day-to-day life. When we are taking decisions in our day-to-day life, it might be critical, non-critical, It might be simple decisions related to your family, friends, or your career, which is in any role that you're performing, right? So before I get into the topic, again, this is just a 10-15 minute conversation, friends. Can you all give a thumbs up? Just I want to see how many of us are ready, awake, and we are engaged to this session. Can I see thumbs ups or any reactions, just to see how many of us are comfortable on this? Perfect. I see 4, 5. Beautiful. Cool. So think about thoughts, right? Thinking. That's something that I want to talk about. How many types of thinking do we have? And what do we do about the thoughts that we get during our non-meditative time or your non-sadhana time? So I think that is very important for us. So whatever we are learning, whatever we are practicing should apply to our day-to-day life. Spirituality should be your way of living. Spirituality is not just the practices that you do hour in a day, 2 hours in a day, 3 hours in a day, or a specific schedule that you pick up, right? Spirituality should be your way of life. And you have to start spirituality with the way of thoughts or the way of thinking that you do. So as I said, it's a very short session. Let me get into the topics. So there are 4 types of thinking that we all should be aware of. And these 4 types of thinking are absolute common thought processes or the way of thinking that we come across in our day-to-day life, and most of us comprehend to that, right? The first type of thinking is disastrous thinking. Now, we may talk about thinking positively or thinking negatively, but what is this disastrous thinking? Well, the best example that I can quote to give about disastrous thinking is, which I kind of learned from Patri sir's video as well, right? Let's suppose your thinking is always disastrous, or most of the time, whenever you're trying to start a project, a task, or an action, you're thinking disastrously. Now, how do you know if you're thinking disastrously? Let's say I want to. So the toughest part that I have seen in my marriage life was teaching my wife how to drive a car, right? So let me take that example and talk about different types of thinking here. When I start thinking disastrously, my task is to train my wife, my spouse, to drive a car. When I have that disastrous thinking hat, my thought process would be very simple. She is going to crash into something, right? She's going to bump into some divider. There is some kind of an incident that might occur, right? I'm thinking in a disastrous way, right? So what happens in this? Unfortunately, the way we are brought up in these generations or in the previous generations, or I do not know about the future generations, we have to change that. But we're often given a lot of warnings about the failures that you see. You might fail, you might fall, right? And you might get into something disastrous, an accident, incident. And that kind of hypnotism or that kind of an upbringing, knowingly, unknowingly, has been fed into our minds. And we kind of tend to get into this disastrous thinking, right? When you do a disastrous thinking, I'll think that she's going to bump into someone else. She's going to crash into someone else. Now, we all might have learned something, right? You create your own reality. So disasters are not created by any energy. Disasters are not created by any external entity. All it needs is your thought. So the first type of thinking that we need to always take care of is disastrous thinking. We need to train, teach our friends, our family, our circles about not to think disastrously, right? That's the first type of thinking which we have to avoid at any cost. The thought is materialized, manifested. When you think disastrously, it means that you are inviting that disaster into your day-to-day life or for that particular action. The second type of thinking that we kind of which is a well-known thinking, is negative thinking. Now, what's happening in disastrous thinking is you are targeting a disaster, an incident might occur, something extreme might occur. Now, when it is coming to negative thinking, it is slightly on a lower intensity, but more dangerous than disastrous. It may not happen like that. It may not happen like this, right? With the same example, right? If I want to teach my wife how to drive a car, if I'm thinking disastrously, I'll say an accident might occur. But if I'm thinking negatively, I would say you can't do it, right? You definitely can't do it. You cannot drive. It is not possible. Or if any of our friends are going to attend critical, examination, the negative thinking would start like, okay, he cannot crack that interview. He cannot crack that exam. Or one more example for ourselves, right? If I'm supposed to do something, no, I may not be able to do it. It may not happen like that. It may not pass. I may not pass in the first class. I may not. So this negative thinking, friends, right? And this negative thinking, it's like disastrous thoughts breeds disasters. Negative thoughts breeds failures. So you start your thought negatively. When something goes wrong, then you start blaming yourself. And that comes through your own thoughts. There is no external entity that is working for your failure. You are working for your own failure, right? So the second type of thinking again. First is disastrous thinking. Second thing is negative thinking. Now you should always keep in mind, whenever you get a disastrous thought, wipe it off or stop your thought. Deviate yourself. That is very dangerous. Whenever you're getting a negative thought, stop yourself, right? And the third type of thinking that we have is positive thinking. Positive thinking is something that you need to have as a part of your day-to-day life, right? Now, positive thinking, going back to the example, I want to teach my wife how to drive a car. If I'm thinking disastrously, I think about accidents. If I'm thinking negative, I think about she may not be able to do it. But if I think positive, she's going to do it, right? Let's say I have to teach her to go from to drive from point A to point B. My positive thinking will be, yes, she will be able to drive from point A to point B. I will be able to clear my exam. I can do this thing, right? I'm going to succeed. This may be the first time I'm driving the vehicle in the traffic, but I'll come back safely. So kind of a positive thinking that we have, right? And we should, I would say that, we should practice positive thinkings every day. We might have heard of a lot of affirmations. We might have heard of a lot of, guided meditations where we are giving those affirmations or anything that kind of gives you a positive impact. So that's your positive thinking. Now, is positive thinking just enough for us to sustain our spiritual growth? I wouldn't think so, right? So far we have three types of thinking: disastrous thinking, negative thinking, positive thinking. And there is a fourth type of thinking, which is what we should start practicing. And that is nothing but miraculous thinking. It's called miraculous thinking. See, the fourth type of thinking pattern is the highest, my dear friends. This is miraculous thinking, right? If I am working to teach driving to my friend, my wife, if I have to think miraculously, then I'll think that we're going to go from point A to point B and come back from point B to point A in 15 minutes, in 10 minutes. You don't worry about the obstacles. You don't worry about the patterns. You don't worry about the failures. You don't worry about anything else. All is important is give that miraculous thought. When you give that miraculous thought, when you open up your mind and think about the outcome, the universe will start working with you, right? And I have personally seen miracles happening when someone is manifesting something, right? The best example is Omega. Omega had manifested a project in somewhere around October 2023. And I would say it's a miraculous thinking, because by Jan 2024, they have already acquired a big land, a 94-acre land. So like that, we should all practice miraculous thinking. There are no ifs and buts. When you want to succeed something, you should start with your thought. Thought manifests, and that is miraculous thoughts. Miraculous thinking is important. So let me revise. I said it's going to be a very short session. The first thing is your disastrous thinking. Disasters breed disasters. So whenever you get a disastrous thinking, analyze yourself, stop the thought, deviate yourself, and get back to your process. And negative thinking. Negative thinking will lead to failures. If you have any negative thinking towards any action or activity that you're going to do, stop, analyze, and then move forward. Do not have that thought. Continue on that thought. Positive thinking should be your way of life, and miraculous thinkings should be your goal. When you start thinking miraculously, there is no logic in spirituality, and I have miraculously thought multiple things, and it's not like you think about something miraculously and that manifests in a day or two. It will take its time, but you hold on to that thought, and I assure you that you would get that. Whatever you are thinking miraculously, the universe would give it to you on the right time, on the right day, which benefits you. Right, friends? So always, that's a very small topic that I want to kind of trigger in this session, types of thinkings, and I'm sure once we start practicing it, you would be able to see wonders. And if you have any questions, please do make use of this session. And we have Sampatana and most of the other masters who definitely agree with me, and they're going to give you much more better examples than I have. But please do practice miraculous thinkings and see wonders. Thank you, friends. Sampatana, over to you. Please see, I have to kind of carry on with this session, and if there are any questions, I think you can help us with that. Thank you.
Naresh, I don't think Sampath is there in the call. Oh.
He is, yeah.
Okay.
Right. You're
You're
on
mute.
mute. Yeah.
Sorry, we both are just at one place. So just give me a moment. Meanwhile, can we have questions? I'll join from the other room. That's it. Meanwhile, Sirisha, can you please collect the questions?
Oh. So friends, if you have any questions regarding today's session or any session which we have covered so far, or any general question, please raise your hand or post your questions in the chat box. Sure, Rama madam. We'll unmute you.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam.
Yeah,
So, Sam,
thank you so much. This platform is helping me. In fact, I thought of going to counseling because there's one issue in my life that I'm doing the best to deal with with it. But this morning, the talk on the 4 types of thinking really helped. So I'm an voracious reader. I've been reading for many years. But you see, we have so many thoughts, So what is most important sometimes sits behind and not at the forefront. And the situation that I have in mind, which is bothering me, helped because this thought of miraculous thinking struck me. I get up and say, today is a day of completion. I thank this perfect day. Miracles follow miracles, and wonders never cease. So I go out and say this to the universe because in my balcony I have an open, I view a garden. But I find that it's so mechanical. It's become because I'm saying it every day. But today I realize, so my situation is such that I lost my husband very early, and I had to work my way through. And I feel, having read many masters, many life, this life has made me take the step of going spiritually, and nature has been very kind to me. But there's one aspect that's bothering me. What has to come to my son through my husband is not coming, and there are people at the other side behaving very nasty. So it's like they have 4 cars, but they want to keep all the 4 cars and not give one to my son, which he's entitled to legally. So I've been like yesterday's Ho'oponopono. So what is it about me that's causing that? I got that I'm putting my energies out there subtly and not, and trying to manipulate it somewhere, worrying, what they will do. But so that gave me clarity yesterday. I'm bringing it back to myself on clearing what is the healing that's required in me for the other party to, for this to happen, for my son to get it organically. And today the miracle thought really helped that I can expect miracles. All said and done, it's still a court case, and I don't know what's going to happen. And my son is not putting his energies in this at all. So it's only my battle. He made it very clear, Ma, I don't have the energy. I have to concentrate. He's in his early 30s. I have to concentrate on my career and my life. I can't put my energies. It's your battle. You fight it alone. So again, like I have to fight it alone. And sometimes I worry that if he's asked to go to the court, what will he say? Because his energies are not. Yeah, he has his own way of dealing things. So the meditation, all this, he sees me, but I think it will take. I don't know. My brother also suggests that he should do it, but he should be ready. So that's where my the negative, they said that a negative thought is worse than a disastrous thought. So that kind of caught me. So what do I do? How can I hold on to the miraculous thought? Keep my energies upbeat. And worst scenario is if I don't get it, how am I going to feel? I'm not going to feel okay. I know that because I feel that this has to come organically. I'm not fighting for something that's not mine. I'm not trying to take anything away from someone that is not mine. So I've looked at all that. And yeah, this is where I stand.
I have a question for you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Are you operating from joy right now?
No, I don't even know the meaning of the word. It's the ages since I experienced that. Even though I worked. I just feel good if I end up doing, if I end up doing the yogasanas designed by Sadhguru, it is so designed that you just feel joyful for no reason.
Are you
And
continuing to be in the joy once you experience it?
then yes, there. But then if I, that takes me minimum 2 hours. There are days my schedule is so tight that I miss it. Then that's where my battle is.
And
If I don't do it, I'm not happy. So it's so conditional.
joy is something which you don't need to do anything to get to joy and stay there. Actually, we lose joy by coming away from our natural state. I told in one of our previous sessions.
Yes, yes.
I'll tell you one small example of mine, experience of mine, which might help you. When this meditation came to me in my 20s, till then I was completely a different person. I was a very hyperactive youngster with a lot of complaints in life, with a lot of disappointment. And when I started meditation, it was all continuous, a lot of negative thoughts like, I don't have this, I don't have that. And I was sad for so many number of reasons. So they just asked me to just try to come back to breath. So many negative thoughts. None of them felt good inside, and a lot of worries about my future, about my studies, about a lot of things. I went through a lot of crisis during my student life. So what happened was, while in meditation, in one of my meditations, I suddenly asked myself, why am I so sad? Why am I so sad about the past? Why am I so worried about the future? Why do I have such a big list of things which like ye nahi hai, ye nahi hai, ye nahi hai, ye nahi hai, ye nahi hai. Suddenly my awareness showed me what I have. What I have. I'm not a handicapped. I'm at least a graduate, if not a postgraduate. I at least have parents. I'm not an orphan. Suddenly my awareness showed me a lot of things that I already have. And till then, it was only the list of the things that I don't have which was making me feel sad. Suddenly I have a list of things that made me feel very grateful. Now my awareness said, you want to look at this list or this list? Then I asked myself, okay, if I'm looking at the list of things that I don't have, I'm feeling negative here. And if I look at the things that I already have, I'm feeling contented, peaceful. In that moment, I understood one thing, that at least in this moment, I have a choice to see this list of things that I already have. I did that. And I felt really good. Let me not look at the list of things that I don't have. Let me not bother about it, because by thinking about it, I'm losing the peace now. And this now can be every now. I can say that this is the point where I got my whole life back into my hands. Because what I did in that moment, I started continuing in every moment. In every moment, I look at something which makes me sad. I have a choice to disconnect. And I can look at things which I have. And that didn't stop there. The moment I started being in that peaceful state, I started enjoying everything that I'm doing. And when I'm flowing with that joy and a natural state of peace and happiness, the same people who were running away from me, they were coming back to me. And the same things that were not working for me, they started working for me. Things that I have asked for, I was not getting them. But without asking, I started attracting things into my life. Then I realized I don't actually have to do anything. I just have to stay contented and be peaceful and be smiling and be grateful for this moment, because I have what I have right now. And that's how you change the gears. That's why I asked you a question called, are you joyful? Without being joyful in life, you cannot expect anything to work for you. Because the whole point even if you get what you want, if you don't know how to be joyful, the thing that you're
Right.
manifesting is of no use to you. This is
Right.
the nature of the mind that we need to look at. This is not us. This is the mind, which
So is it
makes us look at what we don't have and make
so
us
is
feel
it
sad.
is it the gratitude aspect that we
No,
are talking about? No?
no, I'm coming to that.
So
I'm
I've
coming
written
to
in
that.
my book right now. I've written list of things I have, list of things I don't have. I've written it immediately. So I make like you said, I'm not an orphan and I have so many things to be grateful for. Is that the gratitude or just the list of things I have?
Before you go to gratitude, there is a most important word here, which is directly linked to the way we are thinking, and that is called energy. Your energy levels make you think in negative or positive or miraculous way. The energy levels that you're operating at that moment, unfortunately, we don't have a measure. You can know the temperature set in the home, but you don't know what energy levels you are operating right now. So why we suggest meditation is, once you start seeing the energy levels growing, your negative thoughts come down. You will start becoming neutral, then positive, then miraculous. It works. I know it for sure. It worked for me. It worked for a lot of people. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, now come to the energy. How do we are saying, okay, we do so many things. We do meditation, we'll receive energy. There are three realms that we operate in. In Sanskrit, we call it as manasa, vacha, karmana. Thoughts, words, actions. Realm of thoughts, realm of words, realm of actions. Your actions are based on thoughts. Your thoughts are based on your energy. How can you get to the energy that you want? Is by taking help of the middle one, the speech. If you hold the speech, your energy levels start increasing. And when you convert this silence, when you hold the speech, as in you stop draining yourself, draining your energies, which happens through unwanted words, unwanted negative words in particular. When you stop words, you just don't know. Whatever you say is like a mantra. There's one of my friends, he himself, and he and I joined a job. I used to sit quiet. He looks much handsome, and but the only problem was, when he opens his mouth, he speaks low about himself, his situations. He talks about his problems. There's a lot of complaints. So we both used to go there. People used to get attracted to him first. But the moment he starts speaking, they used to slowly, maintain distance from him. And the moment I start speaking, people start getting closer to me. So then the magnetism used to shift. It's all because the energy levels that I maintained always made me be in a positive state and speak only positive things. People are strangers to you till you see them talking. You can't guess anything about a person till, once they speak, whatever they utter, that's actually the reality that they induce in people around. So however bad the situation is, if you say, "Are koi nahi, everything will be good. I know it will be good." People who give up on your situation, like who think you are helpless and everything is doomed, they start thinking this guy believes in himself. And they start putting their hope in you. They bet on you, because this attitude will one day work for you and inspire them. So what I'm saying is, man, you have to look at your speech first and try silence. And in meditation, anyways, you are in mauna, in silence. But otherwise also, try to get hold of your energies by holding the speech. Silence. Please remember, silence is one thing that is going to help in increasing your energies, and that rise in energies will make you naturally shift from negative to neutral, then positive to miraculous. So this is where energy becomes the most important word. Do everything not to drain the energy, do everything to gain the energy. Because these three things are related: thoughts, speech, and action, and they lead to the manifestations. That's one point that I wanted to underline. And the second point that I wanted to say was, anything can be manifested using an intent. Intent is like, your thought plus your feeling is equal to intent. So you have a positive thought and you just feel positive about, yes, it'll work. Don't apply logic to it. I want to feel positive. I want to believe that it'll work. Don't even utter a negative word. Don't think negative, and try not to feel negative about anything. Blindly you believe. Kids always believe miraculously. Like they ask parents for something and they just believe that I'll get it. My dad will get it for me. But as we grow up, we think a lot negative. We say, I am asking, but how will I get? Mind is the problem. So people who are trying to manifest should understand how the manifestation happens. And the manifestation happens when you clearly say what you want to yourself and start feeling positive about it and start believing it, that it will manifest. If you start doubting, you will stop manifesting. So you have a choice. Either you trust it or you doubt it. You have equal choice to do both, whether it be in a person or in a thought. You want to believe the person will change according to your beliefs. Miracles can happen if you believe. So it is very, very important, while you work on the energy with the help of silence and meditation, you have to work on choosing your thoughts and choosing how to feel about it. Both sides you need to balance. That's when you will start manifesting things in life. And when you are saying, your son said, I have no energies, the energy word has already come. Work on the energies. I want you to be extremely positive. What you want, just believe it, that you will get it. Keep doing things to deserve it more. Maybe deep within somewhere, you did not open doors for manifesting it, receiving it. Keep doing some service, or keep an intention that if I get this, I'll do something to the universe. I'll give back to universe. Do something like that, and things start changing. And more importantly, please make sure you never utter a single negative word about it. It may not manifest now, but if you say negative, it will never manifest. If you feel negative, it will never manifest. And detachment. Most important thing is detachment. Whatever you want in life, actually you should be detached to it. A lot of people talk about wishful thinking. You want something, yeah. Be prepared as if, okay, I'm okay even if I'm not going to get it. But let me be positive about it. The attachment makes you think and feel negative. Yes. Detachment keeps you in a free state. So work on detaching yourself with what you are asking for. Because the moment you detach, your state becomes so positive that it starts attracting. Forget about the result. It will come. We are so miraculous beings that we can manifest anything. These are nothing. What you are asking for is nothing. Take the example of Patriji. He was just a middle class man doing a job. And, with 2 daughters, a wife, he is the only bread earner. How could he think of working for the whole world and spread meditation, leaving his job at that point of time? He worked so hard. We know 30 years he worked. But see the amount of positive thinking there, that, I want to help everybody. He knows that he'll be taken care. He just knows from within. It's not just about him. Anybody who can have that trust, right? They are taken care.
Yes.
Oh my God, I have to do so much to survive. That'll be your reality. I don't have to do anything. I'll just keep doing what is right for me and for the whole world. Let me be happy and let me work for making everybody happy. At least showing the path. You keep doing such things, you will see how the universe comes and stands next to you, with you, within you. And how manifestations happen even without you asking for it. Actually, most of the manifestations happen even without you asking. You make a list of 10 things, 10 best things in your life. Most of them will be those which you haven't asked for. But you're not looking at it. You'll get good, you had good parents, you had good situations. There are so many good things that happened. You had beautiful kids. You may not have asked for such beautiful things in life, but still you got it. We're not looking at that. But everything you can manifest provided you are in the right state of creation. It's very, 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 very important. Going to that state is important. And one major indicator whether you're on the right state or not is whether you are in joy or not. I'll be in joy if something like this happens, or if this is not there, if no conditions, unconditional joy. Right now you are alive, you have a choice to be joyful. You can disconnect yourself right now from the future moment and the past moment, and this moment you enjoy. This moment right now, this session you are enjoying. After this, maybe you'll have a cup of tea you will enjoy. Take a walk you can enjoy. Get into the now, and joy is inevitable. Joy gets disturbed. You lose joy only when you go away from the now. Future moment comes and you are gone. Your focus is in future. Joy is gone. Keep the now, keep the joy. It's so easy. It's just a knack. It's just tricking the mind. That's what we are practicing every day. Be with your breath, be with your breath. When Sharath is saying that, that means come into the now. And in now, you have everything. First of all, you have you. Then you have peace. Then you have joy. Then you have the power. The difference between, the difference between two most important things called force and power. When there is low energy, you will have to force everything. You will have to do a lot of deliberation to get anything that you want. You just increase your energy levels, you'll become so powerful that things start happening even without the effort. So work on becoming powerful. How will you become powerful? By holding your energies. Don't allow energies to drain in the form of thoughts. At least words. Words, you have a choice. Thoughts, suppose we can say that, okay, this is not in my control. But words, they are in your control. Tell yourself, I'm not going to speak a single unnecessary word. Because word is taking my energy. When that energy is stopped from draining, when it goes within, when you internalize, see how it changes your thoughts. See how that energy changes your beliefs. See how it changes your joy levels. 10 years ago, there's one friend of mine, 10 or 15 years ago, there's a friend, most of you know, Rajiv Daga, a healer who in Shambhala Solutions, he conducts regular sessions. He was sharing a lot of problems with me. I told him only one tip. Whatever it is, keep smile on your face. Do whatever it takes to keep smile on your face and see how things change. He literally kept his DP as a smiley emoji, That's how seriously he took that suggestion, and he said it worked. He said, smile wala funda, yaar. Oh my God. I never knew it is such a powerful funda. Yeah, come what may, you want to be in smile. That means internally you have to be in joy. Internal joy is external smile. That's about it. Look at yourself and ask yourself, am I joyful? If the answer is no, you're not going to manifest anything. Take it from me. If your answer is yes, I am joyful now, you will manifest everything. Take it from me. The world needs people who are rich inside, who can be happy, who can be joyful unconditionally. Everything comes to them magnetic. When you become so magnetic that you attract everything that you want, the moment you talk about it, you will start getting it. After some time, you don't even have to talk about it. It will come to you. And belief, the power of belief. Oh my God. Try to believe in yourself and try to be around people who believe in you. I keep sharing my experience of my mother. When I was young, I left. I didn't go to school for a month. I was roaming around, and everybody scolded me, made me feel that I'm the worst fellow. My mom, I never used to live with my mom. She came when somebody complained that your son is doing like this. She came, and I thought she'll scold me. She'll make me feel bad about myself. But she was not talking to me. I asked, "You don't want to say anything to me?" She said, "I know you did this, but how come you did this? I don't understand how you did it." She said, "Everybody said you did this, that's why you're a fool, you're a stupid or whatever. But my mom said, you did a stupid thing, you did a foolish thing, but how come you did? I can't understand how you can do it." When she stressed that word you, she meant I'm not that. My action does not define me. She made me believe in myself that, okay, I did a stupid thing, but I'm not a stupid. My mother believes in me. Let me believe in myself. My mother never encouraged me to have self-pity or any weak thought in my mind. She just said, no, this thinking does not belong to you. You are never helpless. You can create miracles out of nothing. She just said it. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't need anything. Fine. And I induce belief in people. It's all attitude. It's all in the mind. Material things, none of us are going to take with us, ma'am. They are going to be here. They'll keep changing hands. The land which I own now, it was owned by 1 million people before me. It will be owned by 1 million people after me. Land remains here. They say, as long as I'm here, I say, this is my land, this is my property, this is my. That's the fundamental ignorance. But yeah, materialistically, yeah, I understand this. That's how it's supposed to be. But what I'm saying is, when you're spiritual, when you're spiritual,
I heard you.
Yeah.
So I understand this material thing is not running behind it, but having waited for 35 years plus for
you will manifest
financial
it. Yeah. Sorry for interrupting.
No, actually,
what I'm saying is, get
Samji,
into the joy.
what you have right now said, I said a few words and then you gave so many examples. Is you nailed it. When I talk to my brother, he cuts me off when I say anything negative. So my words are draining energy. In spite of all that I've done, it's amazing that I'm allowing the energies to drain by putting my the fears. I'm holding on to unnecessary things. I've written down all what you've said, Sam sir. So now I'm very clear that I will not allow anything to come between my manifestation and me, anything negative. And
before
whatever is
manifestation,
happening
don't allow anything to come between you and your joy. Manifestation comes later. Joy first. This moment, if you are joyful, manifestation must happen.
So don't allow anything. So external situation can be any damn thing. So I can, I'm still joyful. I have the smile on the face. And there, any thoughts that creeps in, so it's substituted by a neutral thought.
Yeah. You try to give someone something and they're not looking at what you are giving, and they say, why are you not giving that as well? Aapko kaise lagega? How will you feel when someone says that, what you're giving, yeah, good, but I'm still not happy. I want that. You didn't give me. That's why. If someone says that you, as a giver, how will you feel? You don't feel good,
Terrible.
right?
Yeah.
Don't make universe feel bad about that to you. Make universe happy. Say thank you to universe. It'll become so happy and it'll keep giving you. If it happens to you, you are part of the universe. Same thing happens at a bigger level, right?
Yeah.
You as a meditator, you as a practitioner of so many good things, you should just, your word should become a magic. Your word should become a mantra. The moment you say, your family members should feel mom believes in it. You should be able to be so miraculous speaker that by saying it, you should change the beliefs of the people, your family members. They should also start feeling positive about everything. Koi nahi aa jayega. Say it, it will happen. Word is mantra.
Yeah.
Imagine if you speak negative, it's not going to help. It doesn't cost anything to speak positive, right? Just keep yourself in that state and you will see things changing miraculously. Thanks for asking this question, because you contributed to this session so wonderfully by asking this question. Thank you for that.
I should thank you, Sam sir, because there are so many things we know, but to bring in only that which is required is an art that I need to learn. That's what I realized, that I know so much, but the art of bringing just what I need is where I'm lacking. See, I'm using that word.
Don't call it lack.
So
you haven't yet done that. Maybe you are doing it in other aspects. Maybe one aspect.
Correct. You're absolutely right. Yes.
We can say you're almost there, or miraculously you can say you're already there.
Yes, because I've manifested other things so easily, and I'm not even acknowledging that. Now I'm in a totally different space for so many other emotional baggages that I'm unconsciously carrying, because when my brother is the one who's supporting me a lot in this, and he just pushes me away when I say something that is not in keeping with what needs to be manifested. He tells me again and again, this is not the way to speak, this is not the way to think.
Claps to him.
So what you're saying, I really, so the fundamental is, don't allow anything to come in between you and your joy. Must be joyful. Right.
We are alive.
Oh,
that's the fundamental reason.
I have so many things to be grateful for. There are so many women who envy me. You have so much of freedom, they say.
Yeah. So,
oh my God,
knowing things is one thing, and applying things is wisdom, knowledge and wisdom.
Knowing things is one thing. The other one is?
Knowing things is just getting the information or knowledge. If you apply them, you're using your wisdom.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You're wise. You're acting wise.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Samji. You and Sharad sir. In fact, last year when Sharad sir and you came, something touched me. Something touched me deep inside, and I had to prostrate from my heart. I mentally prostrated to Sharad sir when he started teaching meditation. It touched me a lot. I had to go to deeper levels. And whenever you share, there's so much of wisdom in what you say that, now I all that knowledge that I have, I'm able to pick what is necessary to go ahead with the situation. Thank you so much for giving me the inputs. I can't thank enough. I don't have to go to a counselor, because they couldn't have done what I needed. They couldn't have. What you gave me is what I already know, but it's just that I was looking at the wrong parcel. I have the right parcel now. Right parcel of contents.
Wonderful.
And also sharing that, when Sharad sir shared, we don't know your backgrounds, but he shared that you are your neighbors and you didn't know, and then that gives us things. It gives us a nice feeling when you share your journey.
Yeah.
So it shows the depth.
Yeah. I'll give you one example of miraculous thinking. I went to Everest Base Camp trekking, and you go through Nepal. And when I was in the middle of that trek, earthquake happened in Nepal. I was stuck in that earthquake. And there was one old lady who was in my hotel, who was a US citizen. She was looking to get the internet connection and all. I just had a casual conversation like, "Hi, did you come for trekking?" She was too old for trekking, actually. That's why I asked that. She said, "No, my husband came for trekking. He's younger to me in age. He went after we celebrated our marriage anniversary. I was supposed to go to Kathmandu, and he went for the trek." Then I said, "Okay, now that earthquake happened, is he safe?" She said, "I don't use phone. I don't know whether he's safe or not." It's already 2 days of earthquake, and she still doesn't know whether her husband is safe or not. And I contemplated for some time, and I said, "Your husband is safe." Then she thought I was consoling her, and then I had an international roaming. I sent a message to him with a delivery report option on. When it got delivered, I'll know, right? So I did that. And next day, I got the delivery report. Instantly, I called him and I asked, your wife is here. He said, "I'm stuck. There is no network. It'll take 3-4 days for me to come back there." Then I told her, "See, I got the reply, your husband is safe." Then she asked me one thing. I'm a professor in one of the top universities, psychology professors in top universities of one of the top universities in Chicago. How could you say with so much of confidence that my husband is safe? I told her an answer which sounds so stupid, but that's exactly what my reality was. I told her, just because you spoke to me, and everything in my reality is always positive. There are so many people here who may have lost their people, but none of them spoke to me. In my reality, only positivity comes. That's how I intend and manifest. You are speaking to me. I know that only positivity comes into my reality. She's like, "This is so illogical." I said, "Yeah, magic starts and the logic stops." So
oh my God. So it's magic now that I spoke to you. So I can only expect magic in my life from now on.
If you believe so.
Nothing. Yes.
What
Why
we
not?
believe is just, see, the magic starts when you understand the science. Like, your thought is creating your reality. You choose to think in a certain way, it must become a reality. If it is a mango seed, it has to be a mango tree. Thought is the seed, right? So once you know this fact, truth for sure, that thought is whatever reality I am facing now, it's because of my past thoughts. So now what I think and believe is my future reality. Try to be as conscious as possible about each thought and word. There is so much rush here. Rush of thoughts, rush of energy, rush of words. If you can stop, if you can get control over it, you can start becoming a master. Very soon you'll be a master, to a point where I think and it will happen. I believe and it will happen. I can. That's it. So work on becoming a master. Use these situations and problems for the actual progress.
Yes.
Money may come and go, property may come and go, but these problems are such gifts which will give us the gift of mastery. They will liberate us.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. That's why I'm giving these situations so that I grow there. I got very clear as to why I'm born. Why I'm born. This birth of mine is only to grow. And I'm willing to stand upside down for that. I spend a lot of my time attending courses, working on myself, with less inclination to go shopping or chat with women on this and that. I spend more of time with myself. But this myself, yeah, by the time, I had to undo a lot of things I had accumulated over so many years, or I must say generations. Because I'm the only one in my entire father's side or mother's side of family who's so different. So
Wonderful.
different. And thanks to my father, he never told me ever once that never do that. My father never said that to me, as I'm the only daughter. Nor did he treat me like a girl. He just allowed me to do anything I wanted. I'm from a middle class family. And yeah, I owe a lot to my father. I miss him sometimes.
Make him proud.
Absolutely. And I had to attract this, I'm a vegetarian, but so I have been to Pyramid Valley 2012, 14. Going and coming was a big challenge, of course, driving all the way. And I did meet a few people, but I was so much into my career, and then Sadhguruji happened because all what he says resonates so much with me. And I did his entire set of Hatha Yoga program, which has benefited me a lot, but I got stuck with the meditation. And that's where Pyramid Valley has been a huge, huge breakthrough for me.
Wonderful. We want
Huge.
to see a lot
And
of
the kind of people I meet here are so much in tune with, so much in tune with Patriji's vision, which is also, we are also a drop in that ocean. We also want what our masters want and do. I'm so inclined towards the service. It's that service mentality has always been a part of me. Right from I always tell my mother, Amma, sorry. I think I love Mother Nature a little more than you. Without her, we can't survive the air she gives, the food she gives. I'm so grateful. So I love Mother Nature so much. If I see a small dead ant on the floor also, I'll pick it up and put it back on the mud because the soil gets nutrition and then that particular creature gets a decent burial. I'm extremely tuned into everything she is. I'm not scared of snakes or animals. When I'm teaching, in fact, I've taken up a project to teach the poor children this time. And my learning has been a lot. Sometimes I have to be very strict with them, otherwise, they go all over the place. But still, the intent is there. And being with you all has really helped me to be on track. And miraculously, information comes to me. All that God is so kind. God is so kind. And this one area, I don't know why I let myself, struggle when there's no need to struggle, like you say. What I'm asking for is very little. Actually, I've read so many manifestations by so many people, which is like unbelievable. And then why am I beating myself for something that is not as big as what others have achieved?
Because you are attached. You're not able to detach.
Yes, absolutely, sir. You've nailed it. So I'm unable to detach. How do I detach?
By coming
How do
into
I
truth.
detach?
By coming into truth. Whatever you are trying to attach to is not something which is permanent. It will come and go.
Right.
So if you go behind the impermanent things, you will get into wrong states of mind and heart. So
Right.
enjoy with a detachment. Whatever comes to you, that's what Krishna tried to tell. What is water droplet on the lotus leaf? What does that mean? Water is there on the leaf, but it does not make it wet, right?
Right.
So
Right. Absolutely.
so detach. Enjoy. That's when you can take everything with equanimity. Problems come. Good times come. Bad times come. That's what is called sthita pragnata. That's what is told in Vipassana Bhagavad Gita. The one who is sthita in the prajna, in the knowledge of a truth called everything comes and goes, everything keeps changing. Whoever knows that everything keeps changing, today something good happens, he knows this too shall pass. Bad happens, this too shall. He cannot, get into, losing, in a state where he loses joy. That's why Krishna is always with smile, because he knows the truth. So these things, if we don't learn, somewhere you will get attached. Wherever the attachment comes, the
Absolutely.
dukkha has to come. That's what Buddha said. Trishna is the reason for sadness, for all the sorrow. Trishna is like your attachment towards your desire. You desire for something, you detach with the desire, you are happy. You can still, manage with the desire. But you are attached to your own desire, nobody can save you. Because the mind starts giving you things which you don't enjoy. So coming into truth, that what I'm attaching to, whether it be a person, whether it be a thing, everything keeps changing. Everything comes, everything goes. Everything that has a beginning has an ending. So when it is there with you, you should be detached. When it is not there, what will you detach with? Right? So your cravings and your aversions, you should keep watching, and on the basis of impermanence. That's what Buddha suggested. That's what Krishna suggested. Everything comes and goes. So why attach to anything? Just enjoy. Good, bad, both. Enjoy success, enjoy failure. Enjoy money, enjoy poverty. Enjoy everything. Don't you want only one thing, the other one obviously you want to avoid, right?
Yeah.
So you're gone. So be in that balance where you accept everything, enjoy everything. Soul will only attract what it wants, whether it be problem or happiness, whatever it is. Soul keeps attracting those things from which it wants to learn. Soul's interest is only knowledge. So right now your soul is choosing to learn from this problem. That's why it is attracting the problem. You're not a victim. You are creating the problem. The moment you learn it, you will just end this problem like that.
Oh, awesome. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm only speaking truth, madam. No.
Yes, sir. There's no way, you're speaking the words of God. That's all. He's speaking through you to me. That's the feeling I have when you speak.
Yeah. God for me is Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, madam. Satyam. You be in truth. That's when you create positivity within you and without. That's when the whole reality is beautiful. Sundaram. So come to truth first. Satyam first. So come to truth and you're liberated.
Yeah, I really need to, come out. My soul is attracted this, and let me come out of this victoriously. Let my soul, let me learn what I need to learn.
You will, because you're also in my reality.
Yes, absolutely. I got that Himalayan thing, na? It has to happen. So I got into your reality and I have to be there. Absolutely.
And I tell you
Now
why
I'm
we
bang
need to
on.
be victorious is because if we are victorious, we'll make difference to 100,000 lakh people, madam. If not for you, for their sake, you have to be.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is for their sake. Only for their sake is where we are. If it's for my sake, then I'm only drawing from everybody. So the universe doesn't work from there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We have one more question from someone, Chitra. Can someone read that out? Or, sir, how a person who is physically ill to be joyful to manifest a good health? I'm trying my best to be positive. Still facing issues from more than 1 year. Okay. Okay. I'll give you one because it is a health related question. I keep saying this in every session. Swasthata is what you call health as. Swasthiti will give you swasthata. Your own natural state, which usually we are not in. We have so many bodies inside of us. The disease, any disease starts with lack of ease. When there is no ease, then there is disease. And that lack of ease starts from deep inside. It starts from the bliss body. You're not happy, joyful within. First bliss body gets affected, then all above layers, mental body, energy body, and the physical body. And that's how you get into the physical health issue. So go back to the root and be joyful. That's what we were talking about all this while. So start going deeper and be joyful first. On the periphery, it might take some time. The problem which comes in the bliss body takes 6 months to appear on the physical body. In the same way, the healing which happens inside might take 6 months. So, but start doing what is right. So go to the swasthiti. Meditation, the purpose of meditation is to take you to swasthiti. That is your own natural state of peace and joy and love. These are, you don't have to do anything. You stop doing unnecessary things and you'll go back naturally. Just meditate. Be in non-doing, you go back there. That's the beauty of meditation. So first meditate. Patri sir said, anybody comes up with any problem, A, B, C, D to Z, any problem, say meditation is the solution. And that is truth. So please, first you meditate, and if it is your problem, first you meditate. And gives meditation as a solution to everyone. Any problem, first give meditation, make them meditate for 40 days. Then you will start, at least the theory starts sinking into experience, and you will start seeing changes. One day meditation won't help, because it's like, you just take 1 feet, dig 1 feet, and you're looking for water in the earth. Dig deeper. 40 days is what it takes. So meditation is the solution. Rest all information, ideas are everywhere, but you will start using them. The first thing is you should meditate. That's why we conduct these meditation sessions where people can come meditate along with each other. We didn't even plan for speakers or topics or anything. We are not bothered about which organization comes and volunteers also. It's a zone where people give their time out of love, and this space, once you connect, you naturally tend to get into self-love, self-healing, and all. The rest follows. Thank you. What someone sent something. I don't know what it is. Anyways, any more questions, Sirisha?
I don't see anything, but Preeta ji has asked, how can I effectively follow Ana-Pana-Sati?
Just sit with your breath. That's all. There is nothing. Effectively follow, man. Just give time. Let the thoughts keep coming back to breath. There's nothing you need to do. You can't do anything effectively all by yourself. Quality happens when the quantity happens first. Like, you cannot first learn swimming and then get into water. You get into water, then you'll become a swimmer. So you keep meditating, you'll become a perfect meditator.
Okay, so Joy is asking books on pyramid energy. Please suggest.
Yeah, we'll share it. There is a book,
The-
Pyramid Power, The Sacred Power of Pyramids by Bill Shull and Ed Pettit. Bill Shull and Ed Pettit. We can share it on the group or maybe on the chat tomorrow.
Yeah, I will share it in the group.
Yeah. So I think...
So that,
Yeah.
Yep.
Sharath, you want to add something? Sharath is in the call.
He dropped off. Yeah.
I
he
dropped off. Yeah. Okay. All right. Then if there are no questions, we'll meet tomorrow. What do you say, Sirisha?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much, particularly masters who are participating, sharing their experience, sharing their doubts. They're contributing to the knowledge sharing. This is an environment where we all are co-creating. It is not one master or who speaks here. It is our co-creation. Don't look at people. Don't look at their actions. Catch hold of the ideas that make a difference, because ideas convert into actions and actions make the difference. So stick to the ideas, not to the people. Good day, good night. Thank you all. Thank you, Sirisha. Bye.
Bye-bye.
42 lakhs per annum.
Wow, 42 lakhs, that's your salary?
Yes.
And what do you do?
I'm an AI tools and chat GPT expert.
All right, and what degree did you pursue to become that?
Well, honestly, I didn't need to do any degree for it.
What?
Nor did I spend lakhs of rupees on any expensive programs.
So if someone wants to master all these AI tools and ChatGPT and earn 42 lakhs per annum just like you, how do they do it?
They can simply attend B10X 3 hours AI tools and chat GPT workshop, which is conducted by IITians. Here you will learn to create any kind of presentations with AI tools, do any kind of IT work under 10 minutes, learn and apply over 100 plus Excel formulas without even memorizing any one of them, and automate up to 95% of your work with just AI tools.
Wow, all of this in just 3 hours?
Yes, and you get to attend this workshop at just 9 rupees. So if anyone wants to learn AI tools and chat GPT, they should definitely attend this workshop. But hurry, limited seats only.
మిస్టర్ వేకివానా కపుల్ ట్రిప్ చేయాలి. ఇట్ విల్ బి సుప్రీం అనుకున్నాను, కానీ మా ఇద్దరి హాలిడే చాయిసెస్ మాత్రం వేరే వేరే ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్స్. నాకు కావాలి రొమాంటిక్ ట్రిప్, కానీ బాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్ కి కావాలి సముద్రంలో డెప్. ఉన్న ఎన్నో చాయిసెస్, కానీ దేన్ని చేయాలి? క్లిక్.
రిలాక్స్. నేనేం చెప్పాను లాస్ట్ టైం?
స్ట్రెస్ పోగొట్టడానికి అగోరా.
చెప్పండి మరి ఎలా జరుగుతుంది ట్రిప్? గోవాలో
మిస్టర్ వేకివాలా వాటర్ ట్రిప్, నా క్యూటీ ఇంకా వైటమిన్ సి.
మీ పర్ఫెక్ట్ హాలిడేని ప్లాన్ చేయండి అగోడాతో.
అగోడా ప్రపంచం చూడండి తక్కువ ధరలోనే.
శ్రీ గురు చరణ సరోజ రజ నిజ మను ముకుర సుధారి బరనౌ రఘుबर విమల జసో जोदायकु फल चारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरे